Hello. This screencast is a series of slides and short video to describe the anonymous reporting system created by the Pennsylvania Department of Education called Safe2Say something.
Callers indicating she thinks there's someone shooting in the building.
Frightening headlines across America. 2 high school shootings in one day.
A high school sophomore being attacked by a junior cheerleader.
County 911. Oh my God, my friend has been shot. Okay, what was he shot with? A shotgun. How old is he? He's 16.
A funeral is being held this morning in Florida for Rebecca Sedgwick. The 6th grader committed suicide last week. Authorities say she suffered nearly a year of cyberbullying.
They say he attacked another 14-year-old on Thursday as he was walking home from school.
A high school football favorite opens fire in a cafeteria, killing one and injuring others.
Supposedly he tweeted about it last night. No one took him serious. I think he said that he was going to bring a gun to school, and I think everyone just kind of blew it off like he was joking.
Minutes before firing his gun into a crowded cafeteria, he sent family members a text message.
The latest crime involves Apex High, where a student is accused of tweeting a threat to shoot up the school.
You now will view a series of slides that describe the Safe2Say something program. Some of the slides will not be read in their entirety, so please pay close attention and read along as this short program continues. So the number one question after a major incident is that people knew what was going to happen, and the questions ask, why didn't they say something? Today, you'll learn how to say something to protect yourself, classmates, and community, and help prevent violence. First, we'll look at the warning signs. Then we'll talk about acting immediately. And third, learn to say something. We all can agree that we want our schools to be safe. However, schools are not immune to violence, suicide, or threats. In fact, 1 in 3 students report being sad or hopeless for 2+ weeks in the last 12 months. 1 million students did not go to school 1+ days in the last 30 days because they felt unsafe at or on their way to and from school. And 1 million students were harassed, threatened, or subject to other forms of cyberbullying. There are steps you can take to protect yourself, classmates, and community and help prevent violence. The good news, individuals often show warning signs and share information before they are violent, attempt suicide, or make threats. In 3 separate studies, researchers found that 37% of threats of violence were sent electronically, and 28% used social media. Most mass shootings are planned for at least 6 months, and in nearly every case, warning signs were given. 70% of people who complete suicide tell someone of their plans or give some other warning sign. If we teach you how to, first, look for warning signs, signals, and threats. Second, act immediately and take it seriously. And third, say something. We'll get better at reducing violence, threats, and tragic consequences, and create safer, healthier schools and communities. So first, let's talk about looking for warning signs. What is a warning sign? Thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that indicate significant change and that an individual may be in need of help. What is a warning sign? Things like withdrawal from others, negative role models, impulsive, intimidating, blaming others for your own failures, will not forgive or forget the wrongs of other people, excessive feelings of isolation or rejection. A warning sign are gestures or actions that transmit information which can be either overt or vague in nature. Some other warning signs include giving away possessions, a fascination with suicide, bragging about access to guns, fascination with school shootings, warning a friend to stay away from school or an event, and bragging about an upcoming attack. What is a threat? Any communication, directly or through a third party, which has the intent to harm themselves or someone. They say things like, somebody should do that here. Life isn't worth living. You'd be better off without me. Or they will regret they ever met me. Where are the warning signs, signals, and threats found? The primary source is social media. It is a primary source of signals, signs, and threats, followed by hallways, lunchrooms, and classrooms. In what form? Spoken, photos, videos, written, gestures, actions, and behaviors. It's not just about violence and suicide. You can also help with other problems, such as eating disorders, substance abuse, and abusing or being abused verbally or physically. Second, act immediately and take it seriously. When should you act? When you see, hear, or read a warning sign, signal, or threat, act immediately and seek help. What usually delays acting immediately? Things like, we all spoke to him and he said he would never do it. I thought they would feel better tomorrow. He just wants attention. It's not real. I'm waiting for the right moment to say something. Act immediately and take it seriously. There is no entry age. Let the experts assess the sign, signal, or threat. Individuals often announce their planned actions. Be an upstander, not a bystander. What stops people from acting immediately? Well, the belief that if you tell on someone, you will be labeled a traitor, rat, and or risk of being alienated or physically hurt. So what's the difference between saying something and telling on someone? Saying something is getting someone help for their own safety and well-being and to protect yourself and others from harm. You want to help them. Versus telling on them, which is purposely trying to get someone in trouble for your own gain. Act immediately. When you act, you could save someone's life or the lives of others. When you do not act out of fear, you risk losing a friend or classmate. Individuals want to be helped. They may not understand that they need it or don't know how to get it. Third, say something. You should understand that in a true emergency, 911 is always an option. but say something to a trusted adult. Who do I say something to? Say something to a trusted adult. They have the experience, knowledge, and means to know how to get help for an individual. Example of trusted adults: a parent or teacher, school psychologist, guidance counselor, school resource officer, religious leader, principal, coach, instructor, a mentor, community organization leader, any trusted adult in your life. How to have that conversation. Before talking to an adult, gather any texts, photos, videos, or other communication. If all or some portions were spoken, then write down what you heard. First, you can say things like, "I must talk to you about," and name the individual. "She or he has threatened," and explain. "I'm noticing warning signs and signals," and explain those signals. Share support or personal notes. And "I need your help now," to get her or him help. Share where the adult can get and find the individual, parent's name, and contact information. If you can't tell a trusted adult or want to remain anonymous, there is a crisis center that you can report anonymously to. First, you report the anonymous tip. The crisis center may ask a few questions to understand what's going on. Within seconds, the right people will be notified. You have 3 ways that you can submit the tip: 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. First, you can use a mobile app. You can call the telephone number 1-844-SAF2-SAY or online at Safe2Say.pa.org. Tips sent to the 24/7 Crisis Center. There's an analyst that answers the call to ensure the tip has enough information. They may ask you more questions via the two-way anonymous dialogue. And then that analyst forwards the tip to school officials and 911 as needed. School officials and 911 immediately assess, intervene, and take action to protect the students. School officials report outcomes into the Safe2Say something system to ensure accountability and follow-up of tips. How do I use the app? Well, you need to download the app onto your phone or mobile device. Create and enter a 4-digit passcode when prompted. Then enter the school name you attend by typing in its name or searching by city or town. Select Submit a Tip, select a concern, provide details, attach photos, videos, or sound files, and submit the tip. After you submit a tip, you'll receive acknowledgement and thanks for submitting the tip, a statement on how to check the status, view replies, or add more information to a submitted tip. 2 methods to check the status, view replies, or add information. First, via the app and the review update existing tip, or via the website by inputting the provided tip ID number. So to review, update a tip and two-way anonymous dialogue. First, select and review and update existing tip. Second, select tip and read request or update information and or add attachment. Third, use two-way anonymous dialog box to update tip and or answer questions. How do I submit a tip on the website? Go to Safe2Say.pa.org. Select Submit a Tip, and then you complete the form. Once submitted, you receive a tip number, password, and password to allow you to provide new and or additional information by logging in anonymously. Select Follow Up on a tip and enter tip ID number and password. How do I submit a tip by phone? Call 1-844-SAFE2Say. That's 1-844-723-2729. An analyst will ask a series of questions such as name of school you attend and its location, description of situation, individuals involved, location as needed, and other details to assess the situation. At the end of the call, you'll receive a tip number and password to allow you to log in online or call back and provide new and or additional information, or view or listen to private messages requesting additional anonymous information from you. To update a tip, respond to inquiry using the two-way anonymous dialogue, go to safe2saypa.org, select Follow Up on Tip, and enter tip ID number and password. So, to submit your tip anonymously, you can use the mobile app, call on the phone, or go to safe2saypa.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Why say something? You are the eyes and ears of our school. You see and hear things that many others don't. You can reduce violence, suicide, and threats by saying something. The 3 keys: look for warning signs, signals, and threats, act immediately and take it seriously, and say something to help create a safer, healthier school. Thank you.